welcome back to another Youth Online. I'm Abby, and this is...
I'm Jade, and I'm so excited for today's youth because of what are we talking about, Abby?
We're talking about friendships, relationships, and love.
So cheesy, but it's true, guys. We're talking about love today, and I'm so excited. But first, we actually set, in the spirit of Valentine's Day, we set two of you guys up on a blind date. So what do you think? Should we go check out the blind date?
Let's go see who we set up.
Ooh, let's go.
I'm beyond excited for this date. I met this guy on TikTok, and he seems so laid back, so down to earth. And you know what? I heard that he's really into fitness, which never hurts. I'm expecting a nice chill date. That's exactly my type. I'm so excited. You know how long it took me to get ready? So long. I have very high hopes for this date.
I'm so excited to meet this girl. I met her on TikTok and she looked good. And all my friends convinced me to do it. So I did. Man, I wonder what's gonna happen. You know, I've been in my room lately, playing games, doing nothing, thinking I'll never get a girlfriend. Today, Dad, I'm about to prove you wrong. Hey, how's it going? So, what are you into? I'm into anime a lot. I love anime. You know? Got a sick manga for my birthday. It's a manga clock set. Really good. You know? I read a lot of it. So much different. You know? Really different. You know? It was my grandpa's birthday. They're 90. Isn't that insane? Amazing.
Wow,
So cool. And like, when it came, oh, Dark Souls 3, my goodness, man. So looking good. Really hard. This part. Best thing.
What do you like to do in your free time?
Well, for free time, I just watch anime, you know? This new show, Attack on Titans, really like it. Really good. For it, you know? Awesome. Also play, I just read books sometimes. Also, you know.
So what books do you read?
I don't know. What? Full Optimus. No, yeah. No. Well, they're good. Have them?
All
You
yours.
alright?
No, they're all yours.
Oh my god. They're really nice. They're good. Like, very curly, you know? You know, I saw this really funny meme on Reddit.
I have to go to the washroom.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I don't know why I agreed to this date. From the minute I saw him, I realized he is not the guy for me. He is the most annoying person I have ever met in my life. Have you seen him eating? I have never met a nastier person in my life. Did you see how he snagged those chicken nuggets? He barely asked me if I wanted them, and even after he asked me, his hands were all over them. Like, I'm not touching that. I don't know why I agreed to this. This is the worst day of my life.
I don't know about that date. Maybe they can redeem themselves. What do you think?
I think there's hope. I think we'll check back in with them, and I think maybe things will change just a little bit. But right now, we are going to hand it over to Larissa and MJ, and they are playing this week's team game. And how many points are they playing for?
5,000 points.
Oh, that is a lot. And maybe after the game, we'll give you a little update and we'll see, is red team winning? Is blue team winning? I don't know. Put it in the chat down below who you think's in the lead currently. But let's hand it over to MJ and Larissa.
Hey guys, it's Larissa and I'm here with my brother,
MJ.
So today we'll be doing some games with you guys, entertaining y'all, and having the Valentine's Day spirit. Let's go. You already see our red sweaters. So the first game, we're gonna do a cup stacking competition. So comment down below in the chat, who do you think's gonna win? Team Larissa or Team MJ? Okay, so let's get into this. Ready? So 5 on the bottom, stack it up, put it down, first wins. Ready? Let's go, Team Larissa. So whoever commented down in the chat, my team won. Let's go. Okay, so for the next team, push those to the side. What the heck? Did I even get anything out? Oh my gosh. Whatever. Whatever, that's one game. Okay, guys, I guess it looks like a tie. I won one and MJ won one, so this is the tiebreaker. So right now, what we have to do is read these cheesy Valentine's Day puns, and we're gonna try not to laugh. And the person who laughs gets something special on their face. So you'll see what it is. Are you running for Team Red or Team Blue? Because the team who wins gets 5,000 points. So let's go. Ready?
I'll go first. Okay. Are you a dessert? Because I like you very much. Go. You just laughed. Anyway.
Are you a needle? Because you are so special to me.
That was not a good one. Okay. I love you very much. I hope you're not lactose though. No. Should I pie you? Should I pie you? Can you read it?
Are you a computer? Because you're just my type.
Okay. Hey, you kind of look like a cactus. Because you're looking sharp. I pie you in the face! Take off your glasses. What are you doing? I can't read you, bro. You have to keep that on. Keep it on your face. Next one. Read the next card. Ready? Go, read it.
Oh, you dropped something. It must be the key to my heart.
Okay, go. Okay, next one. Let's see if I can read this. Okay. If you worked at Starbucks, I would say I love you a latte. Are you laughing? No? Okay, next one. Okay, guys, I literally cannot breathe.
I must be a train because I choose you.
You're the one laughing. You get a pie in the face. Okay, ready? Which one's next? Are you Wi-Fi? Because I'm feeling the connection. You laughed. Next one.
I can't breathe. If you were at an angle, you'd be a cute one.
Go by me. Are you serious? Okay, go to the next one. There's only a couple more, I think.
You're up, Larissa.
Oh, me? Okay. Let's see what it says, guys. Wow, it's very clean in here, like I can see. Are you a broom? Because you swept me off my feet. You laughed, team, you laughed. Everybody gets a pie in the face. Oh, guys, it's going in my eye. Last one. Okay.
Are you a scientist?
No.
Because we got chemistry.
No, actually, I think I have that, I had that last semester or something. I laughed. Woo, that's it. Is that it? Oh, there's one more, folks. It says, we go together like mac and cheese, and that's your favorite. Laugh? No? Okay. That's it, guys. Woo, who do you think won? Not me.
Wow, that was insane, and that was pretty much neck and neck, right? I'm pretty sure you guys are fighting in the chat about who won, but I'm gonna be the deciding factor, so I think that I'm gonna give both teams 2,500 points.
Harvey, that is so nice.
Thank you.
That is so nice. I'm not partial to either team. Red, love you. But that's really kind. Do you guys want to know what the overall point standing is, or should I leave it in suspense till the end of the year? I don't know. I think I'm not gonna share. We're gonna leave you in suspense, and maybe I'll share next week. But I like the suspense. I like that they don't really know where they're at, who's fighting for first or who's already in first. But anyways, so maybe next week, maybe you can bribe me. If someone brings me and you chocolate.
Me too.
Chocolate?
Yeah.
Brownies? Cookies.
Yeah, cookies.
Cookies and a Starbucks drink.
Yes.
I'll take a strawberry refresher. What will you have?
A caramel iced macchiato, California style.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That's when they do like the caramel at the side.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh, fancy. Okay, well anyway, so now you know, if you want to know who's winning, that's how you bribe us, and we will give you a point update. But right now we're actually going to segue into our first part of worship, so welcome Kenna and DJ.
MCC.YTH, it's Kenna and BJ here, and as we enter into this first set of worship, I just ask that you guys put away your distractions and really focus on what the songs are saying and really focus your heart on God. And yeah, have fun. I hope you guys enjoy these songs. This is no performance, Lord, I pray it's worship. Empty words I can't afford. I'm not chasing feelings, that's not why I'm singing. You're the reason for my song.
Miss Kenna, I say this every time, but genuinely, I think she has like the voice of an angel.
Amazing.
So pretty. And give it up for DJ. He hasn't played guitar in a very long time, so I think he did pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. But Abby, what's coming up next?
Why don't we check back in with our blind date contestants and see how it's going?
Ooh, I have hope.
I have high hopes too.
Yeah, okay, let's see. Let's go check them out.
So, I have some bad news. I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna have to get going now.
There's food right here.
Yeah, but like this is not.
Oh, you don't want it? Yeah. Oh, thanks. You're good, Mom.
So, you really like McDonald's?
Yeah.
How
I love it,
often?
man. Every day, man.
Every day.
I love McDonald's so much. Yeah, kind of a problem, but I really don't mind. You know, I saw this really funny meme on Reddit. Oh my god. Put in my pants. You know? Like, oh god. Meme? People putting people's heads on the strip clothing. Oh god. Really good. You wanna finish that burger?
Probably not.
No, it's fine for me.
Okay. You know what? Why don't you just take some?
Are you serious?
I don't want.
Are you actually? Oh. I got some on my tooth. I'll be right back. Man, she is really into me. Like, we've been talking about anime, and I think she really likes it. And I think she's really into me too. Man, I'm actually really hungry. I actually gotta go back. I gotta go back and eat, man.
I
Man,
have to go to the
there's some really sick in my teeth, man. So, what do I do?
I was thinking that.
I was thinking the exact same thing. We'll go get the McFlurry.
McFlurries? McFlurries? I didn't know it was humanely possible for someone to have an appetite after eating not only his meal, but my meal as well. I do not ever want to see this guy again. The minute I saw him, I lost my appetite, and now dessert? No, I'm leaving. This is it.
Okay, Mom, I gotta go, alright?
Okay, for real this time, I'm gonna have to get going now.
Oh, where are the McFlurries?
No, it's just, there's an emergency. I need to go right now.
What's going on then? You know, I'm sitting Wednesday. So we can go to like Burger King or something.
Judging by the look on Maria's face, I don't think it ended well. But I'm still hopeful. Are you hopeful?
I'm hopeful too. You never know. Like, she could go home and be like, that wasn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah, so maybe we'll see them on another date. But if you want to see them on another date, make sure you put a heart emoji in the chat right now. But next up is your favorite segment, Preach It, Preachers. So let's see who our next victim is.
Ooh, so exciting.
What am I hoping is not here?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that there isn't fish here.
You're gonna read this Bible verse. Every time I put my hand up, you're gonna lift up the bin and do the task underneath the bin, okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Be careful when lifting this one up, okay?
Okay.
Go straight up.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Any questions?
Nope.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, hi everyone. My name's Lindsay and I've been asked to do this challenge, so I'm going to speak to you a little bit today from the Bible, and we're reading from John chapter 15, verse 13 to 15. Verse 13 says, "Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friend. You are my friends if you do what I command." I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I have called you friends, for everything that I learned from my Father I have made known to you. So God sent Jesus to lay down his life. Okay, I'm gonna look at the first bowl. So, oh, okay. Okay, eat mango. Oh, like it's an apple. I don't like mango, guys. Smells like BO. I don't like it. It's like sweet and sour at the same time. Like an apple, just. Oh, it's hard. Looks like, oh my god. I have to eat the whole thing? No, there's parts of it. It's like chewing through flesh. I've never done that before, but. Okay. One more? Okay. Right, I have to preach, sorry. Greater love has no one than this, then they lay down their life for their friends. So you're supposed to sacrifice for your friends, you're supposed to do things for your friends, and move on to the next challenge. So God sent Jesus to lay down his life for us, and right now I'm going to lift this up, and I think something's gonna jump out at me. I don't want it to. Okay. No. Okay, Jade. Can I keep my socks on? What? Okay. So the second part of the verse, I don't remember what it is. Haven't had a pedicure in a long time, so we're not gonna zoom in on my feet, okay? So the second part of the verse talks about something about knowing someone's voice and knowing, I don't know what you know. Okay, I'm laying my life down right now for you guys, okay? So you gotta overcome your fears, and you just gotta do it. You just gotta do it. I can't believe you did this to me. I can't do it. Okay. Okay, I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. Okay, here we go. Both feet, one foot. Okay, it's in. Okay, all the way in. I'm moving it. I'm scaring them. I'm just gonna scare them, okay? It's there. So even if it's scary, you gotta do it. You just gotta do it for your friends. Do whatever you need to do. I'm sure Jesus was scared, so that's for Jesus. Okay, here we go. Let's do the other one. I'm just not gonna look. Okay, there we go. I'm doing it. See, it's not as bad once you get over the fear inside to really sacrifice for your friends, okay? So that's good. All right, I did it. Yay. So, what's that? Oh, I have to keep them in there. Oh, both of them? Just one. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving my foot though. It's just how I gotta roll. Okay, next thing? Okay. So I'm just gonna refer back to the verse so that we can see it again. What book of the Bible were we? Because I don't even remember. John.
15 verses 12 to 13.
Okay, so the second part of that verse, it says, you are my friends if you do what I command. And so it's one thing to call yourself a Christian or even to be a Christian friend, but are you doing what Jesus has asked you to do, what God has said? Are you the kind of friend that God has asked us to be? He says, I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I've called you friends. So friends got each other's back. They know what each other's need, and they put the best thing forward. Yes? Okay. Oh, it's the hair, right? Okay. Okay, this is like, it isn't actually hair, but it's like in the soup that I've had before at Chinese New Year. And it's, yeah, zoom right in here. It's like, it really looks like hair and it feels like hair, like in your mouth. Like, you know, when you get hair in your mouth, it feels like a ton of hair stuck in your mouth, like covered in like snot, basically. So, do you see the bottom of it? Like, okay. Okay, eat this. So, greater love has no one than you just lay down your life for your friend. It looks like a big goober. So, this is for you guys. Oh. Okay, so in closing, friendship is about sacrifice. Friendship is about being there for each other, doing the hard stuff when you have to, and there's more about that in the Bible, so refer to your Bible. Okay? Okay. Let's just do one more for the team. Oh, there's one. Okay. There's one like. I'll do this for the team instead. Okay, a little dunk. Hi, bitches. The end. I can't believe you put real fish here. Real live fish for me to put my feet in. I wasn't expecting real live fish to be touching me. No, I thought it would be a dead fish I'd have to kiss.
Wow, I feel so bad for Pastor Lindsay. Whoever did that, it wasn't me, but whoever did that is so evil. It was you, wasn't it?
It was me. So, guys, I snooped around the office, asked a few people that work here. I already knew some of her fears, but I did have some intel from friends, and I was told if there was live fish there that she might cry. So I'm not saying that was my goal, but I wasn't gonna be sad if she did cry. And she hates mango, which I don't know, who hates mango?
I love mango.
So good.
Yeah.
The goldfish, so funny. She's okay. She got over it. The fish are living their best life now somewhere to not be disclosed. They're in a private location, okay? No one question it. So everything's good. They were not harmed by her little toes in the water. It was all good. But who do you think would be another good contestant on Preacher Preacher? We have Pastor Steve left, Pastor Colin, Sharon, Pastor Robin, that would be really funny.
Pastor
Angie.
Jade.
Okay, that is a crazy idea. Absolutely not. No. I facilitate that segment. I don't participate in that segment. No. Anyways, carrying on. What are we up to next? Where are we going?
So we are going to our next porch visit with me. Let's go.
Hey.
Hey guys, ready for this week's porch visit? Come, let's see who we got. We're visiting your porch this week.
Oh.
It's your birthday, so happy belated birthday. We got some sweet treats for you.
Thank you.
We just want to let you know that we love you, we care about you, we believe in you, and we're praying for you. So yeah, enjoy.
Thank you so much.
Anything you want to say to the youths?
Guys, Pastor J Trip, come on.
I didn't even hear what you said.
Pastor J Trip.
Pastor
You guys
J.
use it. It's the meme.
Pastor J
Pastor
drip.
Drip.
Give your best drip thing.
I can't. No, you can't show it.
Okay.
You gotta,
You gotta be it.
you gotta use it.
Okay. We're not cool enough for Caleb. Clearly you can tell how deeply annoyed he is by your uncoolness, but happy birthday, belated. Aw, Abby, that was so fun. Caleb, how was your cupcakes? And I think you said it was your Nana's Nonos? Nonos. I'm not Italian, I don't know. Nana? No? I don't think I'm saying it right, but how was his birthday? Did you share some cupcakes with him? And guys, if you want to be next week's porch visit, then you have to, what should they have to do? Okay, here we go. I've collected my thoughts. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so you have to take a picture on your Instagram stories, tag MCC Youth, tag me and Abby, and write what treat you want us to bring. And from there, I will decide who we're gonna go visit, okay? So posting your Instagram story, tag MCC Youth, tag me and Abby, and we'll come by. Maybe we'll pick you and we'll come by with your favorite treat, okay? Got it? Good. Anyways, what are we doing next?
We are on to our next worship segment. So guys, I want you to put away your phones, put away any distractions, because it is a time for worship. I know it might be a little awkward over Zoom, but please don't take it for granted. We're still able to worship and praise our Lord. So let's give it up for Kenna and DJ.
Into this next set of worship, the song I chose for this week is called Good Grace. And the part I love about this song was in the chorus, and it says, "Don't fear no evil, fix your eyes on this one truth. God is so madly in love with you. Take courage, hold on, be strong, and remember where our help comes from." And this verse really reminded me of a verse in the Bible, and it's in Romans 8:39, and it says, "Nothing in all creation will ever be able to separate us from the love of God." And I think this song really talks about who God is, who Jesus is, and one of the things that I love about God is how much He loves us, and how He loves us with no merit, like we don't deserve it, and He still chooses us. So as we sing this song, I just hope you're encouraged, and I hope you can remember that.
Blood is one, children of generations, of every nation, of kingdom come. So don't let your heart be troubled. Hold your head up, I don't fear no evil. Fix your eyes on this one truth. God is madly in love with you. So take courage, hold on, be strong. Remember where our help comes from. Your heart be troubled. Hold your head up, I don't fear no evil. Fix your eyes on this one truth. God is madly in love with you. So take courage, hold on, be strong. Remember where our help comes from. Oh
is Julia. I'm in grade 10, and I just wanted to encourage you guys for a bit. I don't know about anyone else right now, but I've been finding life really difficult. With a combination of stress from school, not being able to see anyone, and always being at home, I have been beginning to get impatient and tired of repeating the same things every day. Lately, life has been overwhelming and tiring, but in an attempt to fix that, I have tried to be more patient and put my trust in God, because I know He will get me through this. Romans chapter 5 verses 3 and 4 say, "More than that we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, endurance produces character, and character produces hope." This verse is telling us that through our sufferings we are becoming stronger in our faith, which makes us grow closer to God and know in our hearts and have hope that He will get us through anything. Right now, we are all suffering a bit. We all have never been through a situation like this before, which makes it difficult to understand and harder to get through. But God has a plan. Believe it or not, COVID-19 is a part of it. Although it has brought a lot of pain and upsetting situations to our lives, we now have an opportunity to go closer to God. God wouldn't throw anything at us that we couldn't handle. He knows that with time and patience, we will all get through this together. Although it may seem hard right now, this has happened for a reason. And I believe it is not to scare us or make us worried, but to go closer to God. Although I pray this will be over soon, we need to have patience and trust in God. I encourage you all to stay strong and safe, and remember to be patient even through the difficult times.
Wow, Julia, thank you so much for that. We're actually not promised a life free of suffering, just like you said. We will have suffering in this life, but if we count and lean on God, we can actually become stronger through those sufferings. But the key is we have to lean on Him. We have to endure with Him. So with God, you can get through your struggles. So thank you for that reminder. It was so good and so timely. Everything you guys have shared so far has been so timely and so needed. So thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah, Jade, everything you said was absolutely true. Julia did an amazing job, but we are on to our final segment, guys. We're almost done, but now we have our Q&A segment. So you guys sent us questions about friendship, relationships, and love. And we have some special guests to answer your questions. So let's check out who they are.
Well, my name is Sharon, and what's unique about my name is I spell it with an E. My name is different, and I like my name, and I also like him. I met him at Bible college, and we started and finished our 3 years together, and I'll let you go from there.
Hi, my name is Colin. And as you can tell, we did meet in Bible college.
We did.
She was the most popular girl in our first year class. And I decided that none of the other guys were going to cut me out, and I got in on it. And as you can see, I'm pretty good at what I did because I got her.
Hey guys, my name is DJ. I'm 29 years old. I went to school in Australia at Hillsong, and that is actually where I met my beautiful wife, Jade.
Wow, so kind. Hi everyone, my name's Jade. I'm 24 years old. I met DJ on the side of the road after I got hit by a car in Australia. So that is how we met.
Okay. Hi, my name is Jenna and I'm 24 years old. I'm a teacher with York Region District School Board, and I grew up going to this youth group.
My name is Max Denton. I am 26 years old. I am a supply chain purchaser for a medical device company based out of Mississauga. I am relatively new to this church and relatively new to my Christian faith. I became saved in 2018.
We met at a young adults event in June 2019. We just kind of said hello, didn't think anything of it. And then in February of 2020, we connected on Hinge, actually, and we started talking, and we had our first date on Valentine's Day.
Okay, so tell us about your friends. What are they like, and what do they mean to you?
Well, there are two kinds of friends you have. You have, or maybe three. You have really, really close friends that you can count your whole, like you can count your life on. You can trust your life to them. I don't have too many of those. I have a few, probably count not even on one hand. Then you have people that are friends to you, like every day, hangout kind of friends. Then you have people that are acquaintances that they're just friendly, but they're not real tight. They're just friendly. The people that you can count on, however, with your life, those are the most important people in your life, and they don't have to necessarily be geographically close. They can be anywhere around the world. You just know that you can count on them no matter what. And then there are people in your everyday life that you can walk through life with that is good too. But they're not the kind of people that are really close to you no matter what. They're just the kind of good, solid people that are there to help you talk stuff out and work things through and stuff like that. What do you have to say?
I agree. For me, I don't have any brothers or sisters. So over the years, we've moved a fair amount because being a pastor and his wife, that's actually what we've been doing over the years. I have met all these different women, and there's so many women that I now consider my sister. And again, as Colin said, your closest friends, the friends you can count on, don't necessarily have to be next door or right in the same town or city you're living in. So over the years and where we're living now, I've already got several girls that I simply just look at and think that they have sisters, but to me, they're my sisters. They're the gals that I can call up, I can talk to. And that's very important. Yeah.
So, tell us about your friends, what they're like, and what they mean to you.
Ooh. So I have a few, like a small little group of really close friends. We've been friends ever since grade 9. They're the type of people that are always there for me no matter what. Also, like when I went away to school, they would always like send me encouraging messages saying that they're praying for me. And yeah, they're just always there for me, and we always pick up where we left off, which is really great. So it doesn't matter about distance. If we went like a month or two without talking to each other, I knew, and they knew, that no matter what happened and where we were in the world, we could always count on each other.
That's good. I have very few close friends. I would say I really only have like 3 maybe that are like really close friends that I tell everything to, and I really count on them when I'm feeling down. They're there for the good moments, the sad moments. So I love them. I couldn't do life without them. And then I have lots of people who are just like, they're friends. Like we see each other, we hang out, that sort of thing. But I have a very few close friends. And all my friends, close or just the friends, they all mean the world to me, and I couldn't do life without any of them.
So my friends are super important to me. I'm grateful that I have them in my life because they have been there for me through the hard times and the good times. Some of my friends are Christian and saved. Some of them are not. But I think what I've learned from all of them has been beneficial to me, and they've definitely been a really good support system in my life. And they're also people that I can just have fun with, regardless of what we're doing. And we're all 24 years old, and we have fun like we're kids in elementary school still. So they're just great people that I'm happy to have in my life.
Friends for me is a touchy subject. When I was growing up, I never really had a lot of friends, and when I did have the close friends that I had, they were super important to me, but as soon as we went our separate ways, our friendships kind of fizzled out. So I never had the same sort of long-term bond friendships that Jenna has with her friends. So as I've become more and more involved with the young adult group here at Maple Community Church, I've found some long-term friends that I know I can build on that relationship and actually have a core group of friends for the long term.
How can I keep my friends but still be at youth?
Still be what?
At youth.
At youth. Oh, you better go for that one first. I got to think about that.
Thank you. Well, I'm sure probably some of your friends as teenagers and young people may not be going to the actual youth program that you're going to. So that doesn't mean you can't be a participant in youth and still have certain types of friends at youth and still have maybe close friends that live even on your street. Because some of them could be your friends that are at school that because you see them for more hours there than what you see the kids at youth. But just because you have those friends, and I'm not saying anything wrong with those friends, they're probably kids that you can laugh and talk with at school, and you walk back and forth from school or on the bus or whatever. But still, there's a special kind of friends that you can also have very much at youth, and you don't have to give up either to have both by any stretch.
And if you want to keep your friends and still go to youth group, don't try to steal your friend's boyfriend or girlfriend.
Now
That's
you're
the
really
best way
getting
to
into
keep your
stuff
friend.
now. Oh, goodness sakes alive. Oh.
Okay, so how can I keep my friends but still be at youth?
Bring them to youth. Next question. Drag them by their ears. Get them out here.
Put them in your trunk, close the trunk, drive to youth, be like, hey, we're here.
Or turn on a computer with the Zoom link open and force them to watch it.
There you
What kind
go.
of question is that?
Well, on serious note, if your friends aren't okay with you going to youth and like it has nothing to do with them, if they don't want to come, that's cool. But if they're not okay with you going just by yourself, that's your own thing, then you need to find some new friends because that's a little weird. It's a little controlling.
Yeah, if they're truly your friends, they're gonna support you no matter what. Especially if it's something that you enjoy and is actually beneficial to you, and they can see that you're happy and you're healthy. So if they have a problem with that, yeah, they're not really your friends. Either that or they're feeling some type of conviction themselves, being like, oh, that's so bad. So you could kind of play it by ear depending on what the friend is actually saying about you coming to youth. If you can tell that it's kind of like this standoff guard, then it could be a conviction, and you could stick with them and just be like, yeah, I don't care if you don't like it, but I'm going. And you could even say like, I'm praying for you. Hopefully one day that you're going to come too.
Also, fun fact, guys, there was a study done in the States, and it said that the majority, like over half of your friends, would actually come to youth if you just invited them. So a lot of people are actually waiting for you to ask them. I know it seems really scary. There's a fear of rejection, but like 7 times out of 10, I'm gonna say 7 times out of 10, they're gonna come if you invite them. They're just waiting for that invite. They're not gonna show up if you don't invite them. So you have to do your part and be brave and invite them.
My friends do drugs. How can I still be friends with them but not participate?
So I can take this one. So in university, a lot of the people that I lived with, this was prior to me being saved, were very much into the drug scene, but more so like the party scene, so like the alcohol and all that, and it was very casual going. So I was able to still be friends with them, but say like, okay, you can, if you want to do the drugs, like you do them, but I will, as long as you don't ask me to do them, I'm okay with that. And if you do ask me, I'm gonna say no. And now that I'm saved, I would still participate in, like, if my friends did do drugs, I wouldn't participate in doing the drugs, but I would try to advise them on the harms that drugs do to them and their spiritual life.
Okay. So you would still be friends with them?
Yeah, I would still be friends with them. It's not that them as people they're not bad people. It's just some of their choices I don't agree with. And if I can provide God's love regardless of their decision and show that God's love is in the friendship, that's what is most important.
Oh, well, that's easy. When I was young, drugs was not a thing for us. But what was a thing was alcohol. Everybody wanted to drink alcohol. And so I never drank alcohol, never took one drop. But the people that were friends of mine that did, I just didn't associate with them when they were inebriated. We were friends other times than just that. So never looked down on them, never criticized them, never belittled them for what they did. We were just friends. We took each other for who we were, and we were friends. But I didn't have to participate in it to still be their friend. I had a lot of guys like that in my growing up years, high school especially.
The only thing I would say extra to that would be, you really know where your friends are going to go probably to get the alcohol,
or the drugs.
Yeah, alcohol in our day and age was correct. You do know. Sometimes it might be a surprise, but I think you can simply say, look, guys, you go. I'm going here, I've got this to do. Unless it's a real surprise to you and they're trying to get you into something. But most of the time, you know your friends. You know that they're going to hang out there, and you know if they're going to hang out there, you know exactly probably what's going to happen. So you have to make your own choice. I'm not going to participate in drugs. I'm not going to drink or whatever it may be. You've had the question with drugs. So I think you just have to be aware and realize this is what I'm going to do and this is what I'm not going to do, and you can still be my friend.
Let me just add one more thought to that. I think the best way to maintain friends who are doing stuff like that is to just show them that, hey, you can have as much fun without that stuff as they have with it. And then you don't have to suffer the consequences of the hangover or the coming down from the high or whatever it is they have. You can just show them that you can have just as much fun as, and maybe even more, and you don't have to deal with all the after effects.
Yeah, so this kind of goes hand in hand with like what we were talking about, how we have like a few really close friends. Those are the ones that build us up, and they help feed us and everything like that. I would still say remain friends with them in a way that you're building them up yourselves, that you're putting in the time, the effort to lift them up, showing them that there's alternative options to drugs, like not doing drugs, and Jesus is the most fulfilling thing ever. But if it's a destructive thing to you, like they're constantly bringing you down, especially at this age, if they're constantly bringing you down and always trying to get you to try it, they're probably not the friends for you. Even if like they're the coolest guys ever, or they're not super destructive and they're really polite and stuff, but they're still allowing this in their lives, I would say at this time, cut it off. But still letting them know that you are there for them, and that if they ever need help, that you are there willing to help, or you're willing to point them in the direction where they can actually get long-lasting help.
I would say it really depends on where you're at in life. So if you're really struggling with using drugs and you don't want to do it anymore, or you still want to do it but know you shouldn't be, then I think friends that do drugs at this point in your life, you need to cut it out, right? Cut it out. Wow.
I don't think they'll know that.
I don't know if you get that reference, cool. I don't even get it. But anyway,
10,000 points to the team who gets that reference.
Name the TV show that reference is from, and you'll get 10,000 points, right? It's a TV show.
Yeah, name the TV show and the character who says it.
For a bonus 10,000.
Sure.
Okay. Anyway, so if you're really struggling with drugs, and then I think those friends right now need to be kept at a distance. If you do not struggle with drug use and whatever, then I think that those can be friends, again, still kept at a distance, not people that are really speaking into your life and not your closest friends, then I would say it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. So some of my closest friends are a bad influence. How can I still be, or how can I tell them that I don't want to be that kind of friend anymore?
I think you need to be kind, kind and caring, but you still have the right to be able to say, this is what I will do, this is what I don't agree with, and I don't want to do that. It's not something I do, and I have a personal conviction against it. You can still be very kind in your comments. Don't put her or him down. They might be trapped by something, as the question is. So you just simply say, look, I care enough about you that I'm not going to help you do stuff that I think is going to hurt you and maybe even hurt me. You wouldn't mean to hurt me, but that you have a right to be honest with a good friend. If they're a good friend and they're a friend that you know you can talk to, you should be able to be honest with them and simply say, this is where I stand.
Yeah, I think that if you've got a friend like that who's maybe going down a wrong road and you want to go the other way, I think you just simply say to them, that's what I did in high school, hey, look, you're doing stuff that I don't want to be involved in anymore. Now, what I will do is I'll be there for you.
Yes.
I'll be your friend when you need me.
That's right.
But I'm just not going to participate in that kind of stuff anymore. And if you're going to do that, fine, you go ahead and do that. I'm going to hang out over here with these guys that aren't doing that kind of thing. But if you're ever in a situation where you need me, where I can help you.
That's right.
I'm going to be there for
That's
you,
a good
no matter what.
How do I tell someone I don't like them, but not ruin the friendship? Like, you don't like them. You just, you like them as...
Like them.
Like them. You like them as a friend, but you don't like them.
Like, you're just bros.
You're just friends. Yeah.
So what you want to do is friend zone them.
Savage, but true.
No, if you like them as a friend and they have like a crush on you or something, or they're trying to ask you out, it's just like taking the ownership. Don't just ghost them completely, because then you'll ruin your friendship. Just letting them know, like, hey, I really value our friendship, and you could say like you appreciate that they have that feeling for you, but unfortunately, like, you don't see anything at this time happening. I wouldn't even say at this time, because like
that gives them hope.
That gives them hope. I mean, like, if you, in the back of your head, you're like, yeah, maybe in a year or two I could see myself dating, and I'm just not dating right now, then you could say at this time if you really want. But I would just say like I appreciate you as a friend, and I really love our friendship, but I'm not in the place to date you right now.
Yeah.
It could be awkward, but I mean, it's got to be
going to be awkward.
Yeah.
I think the thing is that we think by beating around the bush that we'll save their feelings somehow, but you have to be direct. You have to say what you're thinking, and that leaves people way less confused, and I think leads to less hurt feelings in the long run. So be direct. It's hard, but it is worth it, and it is what needs to be done.
Yeah. Don't just go like, ew.
Ew, no.
Ew, no.
I've been on the opposite side of that, where I've liked a friend and she never liked me back, but considered us as friends only. And the early part of that, after I told her that I wanted to go on a date with her and see where a relationship went, and when I got that rejection, it hurt, as any rejection would. But as we went through, we were part of a bigger friend group, and the fact that we had other people in that friend group when we were hanging out, it wasn't just us two, made it easier to still be friends with her over the course of the time that I was friends with her.
Well, good thing that didn't happen, because look at where you are now.
Very much happy now, that's for sure.
Okay, so how do you get out of the friend zone?
Ooh, I love this question.
Do you?
Yeah, the friend zone. In my opinion, you want to date somebody that you are in the friend zone with, which is kind of controversial.
Interesting.
But the whole idea of dating is that you're dating for the purpose of eventually marrying them. Now, you might not marry the first person that you date, which is fine because you're kind of getting to know each other. But the intention of dating is to get married. And who do you want to spend the rest of your life with?
Your best
friend, yeah. So I think just being really, really good friends, maturing together, like, that's fine. And again, especially like in high school, college, and all that stuff, like, you want to develop the friendship first, because it's awkward if you just start dating someone and then you're like, yeah, this isn't working. Like, you already want to get to know them beforehand, before dating. So I think that the friend zone is fine. It's just like the social stigma that, like, oh, you got friend zone, bro, or girl, buddy. But I think you can, like, we were best friends before we started dating, and we developed that pretty quick. But yeah, I don't know. Friend zone, it's not the end of the world if you're a friend zone and you genuinely like this person. Just hang in there.
At least you can work, like, at least you know your friends, and like you can work from that place. If you're not even friends, that's even a harder place to be at.
Yeah. Okay.
How do you get out of the friend zone?
Explain that. Out of the friend zone?
Okay, so you go and tell a girl that you like her.
Oh.
And that girl says,
He had a lot of girlfriends. Hey, it's a good one to answer that one.
but you still really want to date them. How do you make that happen?
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
I gotta think about that.
So they put you in the friend zone. We're just friends, but you
want more than that. Oh dear. You can answer that.
Well, I guess when I was a younger man, I decided before anything else, I didn't just want to play the dating game. I wanted a person that would be a life partner. So I checked that out. And there were lots of girls that would go on a date with me, but I knew that's as far as it would go. And I just kept looking around for the right person with the qualities that I was looking for in a mate, until I found the one that I knew she felt the same way about me as I did about her, and it didn't take me long to get out of the friend zone and move into where it was a little more a deeper relationship than that. So people that don't want to get out of the friend zone, you just have to let them be that way.
How far is too far? We're getting into romance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think too far, when you have a feeling, if you're with someone and let's say you're hanging out and you get to a point in your relationship where you're not setting a boundary, or you've set a boundary and you start like inching closer and closer and closer to that boundary, to the point where when you go home and you feel terrible, or you have like this guilt trip in you, I think that's the point where it's too far. There's no right answer in terms of like the boundaries that you set, but there is a limit. Like there is a hard limit, but then within that, if you want to set further limits, like that's okay. So like for us, for example, one of the limits that we set right from the beginning was we're not going to stay at each other's house past 10 o'clock in the evening. And it was like once 10 o'clock hits, 10:15 at, like if we're watching a program or there's like a conversation happening, like 10:15 at the max, and then we leave for the evening and we don't stay past 10 o'clock, just so that we have a healthy boundary with that. And then in terms of like kissing or that stuff, if you're comfortable with kissing or making out, then that's okay, but it shouldn't get any more physical than that.
How far is too far?
Hands on the hands, lips on the lips. Everything else can wait till marriage.
There you go. Hands on the hands, lips on the lips. Everything else can wait till marriage. That's a really good answer. I think you summed it all up right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
How far is too far?
Doesn't take much to go
It depends on the situation. Sometimes that one kiss is too far.
Yeah. Personalities.
If you can't manage yourself, if you can't control yourself, sometimes a look is too far. So it's who you are. It's the kind of temptations you have to face. You need to find out what your boundaries are and what works and tempts you, and then you need to make sure that you put the kind of safeguards in your life to stop you from going past too far. I don't think there's any one thing that you can say is too far, because I think we're all different. I think guys are different than girls, girls are different than guys, I'm different than this guy, he's got weaknesses that I don't have, and I think you just got to know who you are, and then you got to draw those lines yourself. Now there are certain things that the Bible says as Christ followers that is too far. Sex before marriage is way too far. Going out with somebody else's spouse is way too far. So those are the kind of things that I would say.
And who do you want to be? Your character is very important. The character of a child that's only 7 is very important. It's very important that if you know who you want to be, and you've really settled that in your heart, then relationships can move that and change that if you're not careful. So yes, too far here can be really too far. So I think you really have to, because character is very important. And how we handle ourselves in the dark, as well as how we handle ourselves in the light, where everybody can see everything you're doing, or whether you're in the total dark where no one can see what you're doing except the Lord. Your character matters. Mm-hmm. And that is what will move you from preteens, puberty, into the teen years, into the adult life, and on. And that is what helps you make or not make, quite often, some very good or bad decisions.
What does it look like to set a boundary, and how do I do that?
Well, we we communicated about it right from the start, like Max was saying. So like we set that 10 o'clock boundary limit for when we're hanging out. And even when we're like at each other's houses, there's usually people around, like, so that's helpful. And if we are alone, because we've had that conversation, we know not to cross it. And yeah.
Okay, when you're starting a new relationship with someone, how can you try and avoid negative temptations? So you're saying hands on the hands, lips on the lips.
Yeah.
How do I avoid going too far?
Yeah, I think it's really, really important when you start off dating somebody to have that conversation with them.
Yes, from the get-go.
Yeah, from the get-go. Don't wait until like the third, fourth, fifth date. It could even be something that you talk about on the first date. It's just like
maybe the second.
I would say.
What if you're still sussing it out on the first date?
Well, if it's going well, because like in my opinion, you should be dating somebody that you already want to be dating.
Okay, true.
So on the first date, it's just like, hey, here's the line, here's the boundaries. We're not even going to try to tease the line or the boundaries. So it's just having that open conversation and telling, if you want to tell them like hands on the hands, lips on the lips, and hey, maybe you just scored your first kiss. But yeah, it's like not putting your place in a vulnerable.
Putting yourself
Not putting yourself in a vulnerable place. So making sure that there's somebody always around. You know, not necessarily like in the same room, but
or maybe.
Yeah, it could be. But I mean, like the same house. That there's somebody that like you leave the door open if you're watching a movie, or you know, just protecting yourself. Don't, if you're driving. Don't just go park somewhere like in a parking lot.
I would say, this is what I always heard growing up. If this is the line, we don't stand next to the line or on the line. If this is the line that you do not want to cross, then you park yourself over here. So if the line is you don't want to have sex before you're married, then don't do everything else and like stand on that line, because then you're going to cross the line. You're just one toe away from stepping over that line. So if this is the line, you park yourself as far away from that line as you possibly can. And that's how you avoid negative temptation. So that means not being in a room alone with your significant other. It means not being home alone with your significant other. It means keep things, what's the saying? Keep things vertical, not horizontal. Guys, there's a bunch of cheesy things that I can tell you, but
they're true.
But they're true.
Yeah, to keep away from temptation. The biggest thing also is having that respect for each other, especially if you have that conversation about your boundaries and respecting, because you should be caring for the other person. You shouldn't just be putting your own needs and your wants and desires first.
Good. That's good advice.
Yeah. Respect each other.
Cool.
Hands on the hands, lips on the lips.
Hands on the hands, lips on the lips.
So my friend likes someone that I don't think she should be with, and I got mad at her and called her names. I then blocked her on social media. I don't want to have a bad reputation with anyone. What should I do?
The first thing I would say is this. People need to be treated as people. God created them in His image, and it doesn't matter who they are or what they do, you owe them the respect that you would give any human being. That doesn't mean you have to be close with them. That doesn't mean you have to be bosom buddies with them, but you have to treat them with respect and dignity as another person. You can make it very clear that if they want to live in a way that you don't agree with, so say, well, look, I'm not going to live that way. And if you want me to participate in that kind of behavior, I just can't be honest with myself and do that. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to cut you out of my life and I'm going to treat you like dirt. I'm not going to do that either. You're still a human being, and there's going to be times in your life when you're going to need someone to stand beside you, and I'm going to offer myself as that person. But I will not participate in some of the things that you might think are okay. It's not okay for me. I don't know. Can you want to add something to that, Sharon?
I think kindness is a big thing. As you say, we need to be kind. And kindness works both ways. This particular girl could have been upset at her friend for all these reasons that was in the question. But you are going to need kindness someday. And acts of unkindness, we think only affects the person we were unkind to. But it actually has a ricochet effect. And when we act in unkind ways and do unpleasant things and don't show grace or mercy, it ricochets back on us. Does that, and I agree with Colin, I don't have to live someone's lifestyle, or I don't have to go here or go there, that kind of a thing. But you could go to a high school situation and smile at somebody. You know their name. Never walk by them, and that's not kind. They may do that to you. But if I had that situation and I'm trying to put myself into a school, remember in high school days it was different, but back in that situation, even grocery stores, not everybody in the grocery stores is pleasant and kind. But I walk in with a smile. And I do my best to have a smile, even if they don't do it just right, or what I consider is right. And I see lots of people, oh, you backed that wrong, rough. Kindness is a great quality to have. And you can be kind and still have a principle, or be kind and still have an opinion as to what you are or are not going to do.
So, next question. My friend likes someone that I don't think she should be with, and I got mad at her and called her names. I blocked her on social media, but I don't want to have a bad reputation with anybody. What should I do?
Yeah, so...
I got an answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't think... Well, I know that you probably shouldn't have called her any names, so maybe apologize for the names that you called her and express that you said that out of anger and you're very sorry. And I definitely think you should unblock her on social media. So things can be repaired. I think that this can be mended. You don't have to agree with who your friend is with. You don't have to agree. You can still be friends even if you disagree with who she's with. So God has called us to love, and we love without restrictions. So he doesn't say love everybody unless they're dating someone you don't agree with. No, we're called to love. So it doesn't matter who this person is with, whether you agree, you disagree, you like them, you don't like them. You're still called to love that person. You're still called, you might not see yourself being friends with her, but I think that this is repairable. So don't let too much time pass. Definitely apologize for the names that you called her, unblock her on social media, and see if you can slowly rebuild the friendship, because I don't think it's lost yet, but don't let too much time pass. Yeah. You got it. It's okay to be in the wrong and to be like, hey, I messed up. We have a really hard time admitting when we're in the wrong, but it's okay. Admit that you're in the wrong, suck up that pride, apologize, unfriend her, rebuild the friendship.
Unblock her.
Unblock her. What did I say?
You said unfriend her.
Oh, unfriend her. Sorry. Unblock her and refriend her.
Yeah. No, what you said was like spot on. I think no matter what, our friends, if they decide to date someone, whether we agree with it or not, we have to be, like what Jade said, is be loving on them regardless, because they may get to the point where they're like, this isn't a healthy relationship, but they need somebody to turn to and get advice. But if you made that decision to be like, I don't support this decision to date them, you completely cut off any type of bridge that they may have to get out of that relationship and actually seek what is right. And it also shows a lot about your own character. So if you don't like something and you cut it off, you're kind of, you're losing that connection with them to help and to show the love of God and to show forgiveness, which God does teach us, and to mainly show love to everybody regardless of their decision. Yeah, and if you have concerns about who they're with, you don't think they're a good person, whatever it is, I think those can be expressed out of love, but you need to go into that knowing I'm saying this out of love. You need to be in the right mindset. You need to pick a time when they're in a good place to hear it. So you can express your concerns. You don't always have to, but you can, and if you feel like you want to, then express your concerns, but out of love, because you don't want to jeopardize your friendship. 100p. 100p. So what is love? I have tons of people who tell me they love me, but they treat me really badly.
Well, number one, love is not a feeling. Love is not an emotion. Love is an action. And if you want a biblical answer for that, just go to 1 Corinthians chapter 13. It talks about what love is: patient, kind, never looks down on you, and all that kind of stuff. But But love is not an emotion. Love is something that you do. It's the way you treat people. You treat them with how you want them to treat you. You treat them courteously. You talk to them nicely. You don't put them down. When I was in high school, I was the king of the put downs. I could just slice people up with my tongue. And I learned that I lost friends that way, and I quit doing it. And if you want to keep friends, be nice to them. Treat them the way you want them to treat you, and that'll work pretty good for you. What do you think, Sarah?
Well, my husband and I have been married for it'll be 49 years in August, right? And to be honest, to say that during our love journey we've never hurt one another would not be true.
No.
But the point is, if somebody really loves you, like Colin and I really love one another, you know that it's possible. You try not to. I really try not to be nasty. He tries not to be nasty. We try not to hurt one another. But sometimes those things happen.
Yeah.
So if you're in love, quote unquote, I don't like the term in love, if you really love someone, you desire that if you do hurt them, you are going to come and ask forgiveness. And the person is going to receive that because it goes both ways.
Okay, last question. Dun, da, da, da. What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
That was good.
I'm coming for Kenna's spot.
That was, I think Kenna's secured the spot.
I think so too.
So what is love?
Love is more than just a feeling. It is a choice. You know, you hear about the feeling like the butterflies, and you know, every time you see the other person, you just smile and you get super excited, which is true. But I think the most important thing to talk about when you're asking what is love is a choice, especially when talking about somebody else, is that you are choosing every single day to love that person, regardless of what they are doing or they did. You know, if your significant other just really ticks you off, and you can be upset, you can probably not like them in that moment, but you are still choosing to love them. Mm-hmm. And that means that you're putting their needs in front of yours, mm-hmm. and that you are forgiving them before anything even happens. Mm-hmm. So I think the biggest thing that I think we don't hear enough in the world is how much of a choice love is, mm-hmm. as opposed to love is just a feeling. When you go based on a feeling that you love somebody, that feeling, those butterflies aren't always there, mm-hmm. and you have to make that conscious choice to be like, I'm loving you mm-hmm. today and every single day, mm-hmm. And you do get those feelings back. You get the butterflies, but you have to make that choice to love that person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think going into a relationship, if you already know that love is less of a feeling and more of a choice, you're setting yourself up for a huge win. We have to wake up every morning and choose to love people. And I think, I don't know if that fully, what is love? That's a huge question. I totally 100% agree with what DJ said as well. Jesus is love. Love is perfect. Love is sacrifice, Jesus gave his life for us because he loves us. So it's sacrificial. It's so many things. If you look at the life of Jesus, you'll learn a lot about what love is. But it's hard to wrap up into just a few couple sentences. Yeah. And the most perfect love is Jesus, and we'll never be able to love as perfectly as he loves us. But
yeah, like you talk about real love and true, genuine love. It's Jesus was the prime example of it. You know how many people went against him and who hated him, who even persecuted him, and yet when he was on that cross, he said, forgive them, Father, mm-hmm. for they know not what they do. So he was literally being persecuted. He was hung on that cross and beaten and tortured and stuff for being the perfect person, and he's still crying out he still loves them. He's still making that choice. Mm-hmm. He didn't have those butterflies for everyone. I'm sure he was probably honestly upset. He was hurting. He was in pain. He was crying, mm-hmm. but yet he still made that choice. And now that's the extreme, but that is the honest, perfect definition of love, is a choice. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what we have to really focus on. And what Jade said is, if you go into a relationship knowing that love is a choice, you're gonna set yourself up for a win. Because the butterflies and all that stuff, it's all nice and warm and fuzzy, but you have to actually make the choice to say that I am going to love you. So even when the butterflies fade, you love that person.
Yeah, that's good. Okay guys, that's all the questions that we have for you. So we love you and we'll see you next week.
Cut it out.
Oh geez.
Wow, that was amazing. I would just like to thank our special guests, Max, Jenna, Pastor Colin, Pastor Sharon, and our very own Pastor Jade and DJ. I know you guys learned something because I know that I did too.
Yeah, thank you so much guys, Pastor Colin, Pastor Sharon, Max, Jenna. Such a treat to have you, and thank you for imparting your wisdom onto us. It was so good. So guys, that is the end of this episode's Youth Online. Wasn't it good? Wasn't the fishies fun? So exciting. So thank you for joining us. And I have a couple quick announcements about next week. So next week we are doing a game night. So it will be a live game night. You guys will be Whoa, I can't speak. You guys will be participating in it. I'm excited, clearly. You guys are gonna be participating in our live game night. We're gonna have a host. We're gonna have our very own Abby, and we're gonna have Ethan here. They're gonna be hosting our live game night. So you guys wanna be there because you want the points for your team. Red, blue. Maybe that Starbucks will persuade Abby to send a few extra 1,000 points your team's way. Who knows? I don't know. So you guys are not going to want to miss it. It's going to be super fun. Rep your team's colors, and I'm so excited to see you guys there. Bye.
Bye.